What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC. Today I thought we could start getting into the holiday spirit by checking out my Christmas themed knives. I haven't actually picked up any new Christmas themed knives this year, so all of the knives you'll see have appeared on the channel previously, just never in one video. So I thought it'd be fun this year to just take a look at all of them in one place. Now I actually only have 4 Christmas themed knives so far, so this video should be relatively short and sweet. Let's kick it off with what's probably my favorite of the bunch, and that's this Ryder Half Hawk. Classic Christmas colorations on those covers with the reds and the greens, and then it also has that candy cane striping effect. Just immediately takes me into that kind of holiday mood, and really love the way this turned out. The covers themselves are actually alternating stones with a thin layer of brass in between them, which is a really nice touch, pairs really nicely with those brass liners, just kind of puts it all over the top. And I love the way these covers turned out, both on the show side and that pal side. Both of those look excellent. We have a Christmas themed shield as well. It says Merry Christmas right across the top with Santa and his sleigh right above that Rough Rider text. Classic Rough Rider spelling as well with the I. Also, the fit and finish on this one is excellent for what it is. I would imagine, it's a Rough Rider knife. I would imagine I paid something like $13 for this last year. And so not expecting the world out of it, but pretty solid fit and finish, minus the fact that both my blades are off center. They're favoring that show side. But honestly, that's not something I really mind on a knife like this. Now, we're going to take a look at the main blade, that Half Hawk style blade. We'll skip the pen blade because it doesn't have any etching, but they paired it with this really great Merry Christmas cursive on the blade. I think it looks excellent. I'm not usually a fan of blade etching, but for whatever reason on themed knives, I think it just works really well. And I love that they did the reverse etch on this one. So the rest of the blade is etched, and that Merry Christmas text is kind of like a shadow effect where that's not etched and you can see the polished finish underneath. So just kind of a really cool effect, really ties the knife together very, very nicely, and an excellent Christmas themed knife. I haven't actually even taken a look at what this year's knives look like, so I may do that. They may already be sold out. I might have missed the boat there, but really, really dig that one. Well, let's move over to a different brand, probably my second favorite of the bunch. This one is from Bear & Son, and it's a Barlow style knife that was a Red Hill Cutlery Exclusive. This one was serialized, and I actually lucked out with serial number 2, probably the lowest serial number in my collection. In fact, I know it is. I don't have any that are number 1. So really cool to get such a low serial number, although I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But red bone on here with that gold image on there, has that winter scene with the Merry Christmas, looks great. And we also have that classic Barlow in cursive on the bolster itself. Now that's etched, not stamped, but I do still really enjoy that touch. The back of this is blank with that red smooth bone once again, and that looks excellent as well. I actually wouldn't mind getting one of these with just red smooth bone and no Christmas etching. I would imagine again that these are probably sold out nowadays. No etching on the blade, so we'll just go with our main clip point on this one as well. But really, really solid one. Now, these are a little bit more pricey. I got it on sale, I remember. I don't remember how much I paid, probably 30 or 40 bucks, but I think they were around 55 or 60 on their normal pricing for this one. Next up, let's go back over to Rough Rider. This one is a trapper with, I believe this is called a lenticular scene, where depending on the angle that you view that scene, the image that you see is a little bit different, and it's a little bit hard to show on camera because the camera is straight above. I think it shows a little bit better if I tilt it downwards actually, so you can see that image changing. Same thing on the back with that Merry Christmas jumping into the small and large text, and Frosty the Snowman tipping his cap over on the side. So another really fun one from Rough Rider. This one does have a etch, I believe, on the blade. Yeah, it does. And same thing with that kind of reverse etch, a little bit different font this time around. I think I prefer this font a little bit over the other font, but both of them look solid. And Merry Christmas, I just feel like is very natural in that cursive writing, so I'm glad they went with cursive on both. This one does have the double nail nick, which I know some people aren't a huge fan of, but again, really dig this knife. Now, last but not least is this Bah Humbug knife. This is actually made from Bear & Son as well. I believe this is just a pen style knife, and it was released in a couple different colors. We have this white bone with the Bah Humbug on there, that top hat in the middle, and just kind of a blank back where you can do some scrimshaw on there if you wanted to. I've obviously chose to leave that blank. I kind of do want to do some scrimshaw, but I really don't want to ruin the knife either. This one does have an etch, unlike the other Bear & Son. Merry Christmas, almost two different different size fonts, which is a little bit weird looking, but I love this one just for that kind of bah humbug spirit. I always get super into the Christmas spirit, and then, you know, as you get closer, you kind of get over it a little bit, tired of hearing all the Christmas music and the rush and the crowds at all the stores, and it gets a little bit old. So I really like having this one in my collection for those times. And then it goes back to Christmas and you get right back into it. But super fun one. That's all of my collection. I would love to hear which of mine is your favorite down in the comments below. If you have any Christmas knives, which ones, and if you picked up any this year, because I didn't, and I feel like I probably already missed the boat because I haven't even really shopped for them. But thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, joining the channel as a member, or checking out some of my other videos. They all help the channel out a ton. And as always, hope you have a great one.